Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Olivia. I attend Grambling, the illustrious Grambling State University, gramfam. And today I am going to be doing a sit down video. So this is not going to be a vlog. This is going to be a sit down video, and I'm going to be giving you all 5 things I wish I knew before coming to Grambling State. So I feel like this is kind of like an advice video, but it's more so what I wish I knew before coming in as a freshman at Grambling State, because I know class of 2027, y'all rolling in. I can already see that y'all rolling in, getting your acceptance letters. So I'm pretty sure y'all wondering like, what's really going on with Grambling. In case you didn't know, I have already finished my fall semester at Graham. I'm out on winter break right now. I will be going into my spring semester at Graham come January 6th. That's when I go back to campus. And there's going to be plenty more vlogs coming in the spring semester. So you guys stay tuned. But let's go ahead and get started with the first thing that I wish I knew coming into Graham as a freshman. So the first thing that I wish I knew was that Grambling is a small town. There's really not anything to do in Grambling. Ruston is the next town over, which is also a small town, but there's more things to do. So when I first came into Grambling, I didn't bring my car. I didn't have my car for like the first 2 to 3 months. And I was pretty much using my roommate to get me around everywhere because she had her car. But y'all, I don't like depending on people like that. So I was like, I need my car. So my parents ended up bringing me my car. I highly suggest as a freshman, you bring your car. Bring your car to Grambling, because in order to actually do anything, you will have to get out of Grambling. There's nothing in the town of Grambling or the city of Grambling itself. So Ruston is the next city over that has your Walmart, your food places, and they also have a movie theater, which is a great entertainment spot. A little hint or a little tip, that movie theater, Celebrity Theaters, every Wednesday after 5 p.m., you can go watch a movie there for $5 with your college ID. Use that advice very wisely. But yes, Grambling is a very small town. I highly suggest that you bring your car if you have one. Grambling does offer transportation, but the one time they offer a shuttle that could take you to and from Ruston or to and from Monroe or wherever you need to go. But the one time I tried to use them, they never showed up. They never showed up at the bus stop. So I'm not sure how reliable they are now, but when I tried to use them, they were not reliable. So if you have your own transportation, definitely plan on bringing that. So the next thing that I wish I knew before coming into Grambling is that the financial aid office is very slow. So when I first got accepted into Graham and I was trying to get stuff done before the fall semester started, me and my mama was like, the customer service was bad, y'all. We couldn't reach the financial aid office. And if we did, then we were on hold for like a very long time. Like nothing got done. And we was like, what's going on? Like, this is not acceptable. And I feel like that's all HBCUs, which that's bad. They need to work on that for real. But it was like, this is not acceptable. Like, what's going on? Why can we not get nothing done? Why can we not reach the financial aid office? We learned that that's just Grambling. That's just the financial aid office. That's just the registrar's office. And what we did was we actually went in person. Y'all know the college orientation video, that very first video on my channel? That's where I went in person and got all my business handled. Yes, I showed y'all around campus, but while I was there, I was getting my business handled. Like, we stayed in Ruston. We stayed at a hotel in Ruston for a few days, and we talked to the financial aid office in person, talked to the registrar's office in person, made sure all my classes, made sure everything that needed to be handled got handled in person. And I highly suggest that you do the same. If you're a freshman coming in, you need to do the same, because trying to handle business over the phone with Grambling is not, they they don't do right. And if you just have to handle business over the phone, then you need to call them like early in the morning when they first, like 5 minutes after the office opens. You need to be calling them. If the office opens at 7:30, call them at 7:35 or 7:40 so that they can pick up the phone and solve your issue for you. So I really wish that I knew that coming into Gram. But you definitely have to stay on top of them. Like, in order to get something done, stay on top. Like, this is how you gotta be to them. So, the third thing that I wish I knew before coming into Grambling is what I wanted to major in. I tried to change my major in the middle of fall semester, and I realized that Grambling does not have a lot of majors to offer, like, at all. I was like, this is it? Like, Grambling pretty much just have basic majors, like compared to other HBCUs, because once I decided that I wanted to change my major in the middle of the semester, I started going and looking at other HBCU websites, and I was like, oh, so there is more majors that can be offered. It's just Grambling only offers a small amount. So before you decide that Grambling is right for you, know what you want to major in, because I wish that I thought more about what I wanted to major in. I'm majoring in business marketing with a minor in mass communication. And, you know, that's good for now. I still love my HBCU though, y'all. I'm just saying, before you come into Grambling, know what you want to major in. Really look at the majors that Grambling has to offer. And if you want to major in something that Grambling doesn't have, then maybe you need to pick another school. Okay, this tip, what I knew, more so pertains to my women, my girls that are watching, but it can also go for you boys or men too. So y'all know how HBCUs have this stigma. Like, I be seeing, when I was a freshman, I used to go on TikTok and they used to have this little HBCU starter pack. And I was like, what? So y'all know, HBCUs have this stigma to where you got to go buy 50,000 tail feezies. Y'all, I'm being dramatic. But like, you got to go buy like a tail feezy, all these shoes. You got to go get all these clothes, basically keeping up with the latest trends. And I'm not going to lie. When I first used to see that, I felt like really pressured. Like, I was like, oh, like I got to do this like to keep up with, the HBCU culture. God, no, you don't. Don't feel pressured to do any of that. I still don't have a tail feezy, and I still don't have no shoe game either. And I don't care to admit it. Like, you do not have to keep up with the latest trends. What I'm trying to say is, don't feel pressured to have to go out and buy all of these things just because social media is telling you to do so. Like, you do you. I promise you, there are going to be people who are still going to be wearing sweats to class. Like, you don't have to look your best every single day, because I feel like that's another pressure when it comes to HBCUs, that you got to dress up every single day. You don't have to if you don't want to. I don't dress up every single day at all. Like, every once in a while, yes, I do get dressed up, but come on, y'all. Come on. Look, I try to be as relatable as possible. Me personally, I'm not finna dress up every single day to go to class, especially if I have an early class. I'm not finna sit here, put on makeup every single day, put my lashes on every day. Like, no, y'all. That's just not possible. For me, it's not possible. I don't feel like putting in that much effort every single day. Yes, I'm gonna look decent. Am I finna get dressed up and dolled up every single day? No. So what I'm saying is, don't feel pressured to go out and do this stuff. Like, it's simply not necessary. Okay? Period. Okay, so I believe that this is the 5th thing that I wish I knew about Grambling. I wish I knew how big the Bayou Classic and State Fair Classic games are. Like, I knew that they were big, but y'all, those games are like big. Like, if you want to go to these games, you need to be booking your hotels like months in advance if you know that you're going to be going, because it'd be a lot. Luckily for State Fair Classic, I live in Dallas, so me and my friends were able to stay in my house. Like, we stayed at my house. But for Bayou Classic, I had to stay in the hotel room that my friend got, because I didn't book ahead of time to be able to find a hotel room. Like, y'all, these games are big. Like, I would say Bayou Classic's probably bigger than State Fair Classic, but they're very big games. In case you don't know, State Fair Classic is Gram versus PV, and that's in Dallas. And then Bayou Classic is Gram versus Southern, and that's in New Orleans. And I highly suggest that you go to both of those games. It's very fun. For State Fair Classic, you get to go to the fair. So, you know, you get kind of a 2-in-1 because you don't have to pay for the fair. We didn't have to pay for the fair. We only had to pay for the State Fair Classic ticket. I highly suggest that you go to both games. It's very fun being at the fair and then going to the game. And it's also fun being in New Orleans, going on Bourbon Street, going to the game. Y'all, I suggest it very much. And if you haven't watched those vlogs, go watch those vlogs. State Fair Classic and Bayou Classic vlogs are up. You can go see my experience. Y'all, I feel like this is a good one. Okay, so I feel like this is Louisiana. I mean, this is Louisiana. Y'all know Louisiana people like to jig. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I've been trying to learn how to jig. Like, I wish I knew coming in here that people here like to jig. Like, I promise y'all, I've been trying to learn how to jig. Yeah, I would show y'all on camera, but I don't know how many people finna watch this video, and I don't want to look stupid. But I promise, look, I've been trying to, y'all better go learn how to jig. I want to learn how to jig so bad. I have a friend who is actually from Louisiana. She be making fun of me. I have told myself I'm going to learn how to jig by the end of spring semester. By the end of my freshman year, I'm going to learn how to jig, and I do not care. So if you're from Louisiana and you're going to Grambling, text me. Text me a jig tutorial, because I need to know. I'm going to learn how to jig. You can't come to Gram and leave Gram not knowing how to jig. Like, I gotta know how to jig, y'all. Okay, so that's another thing I wish I knew. They like to jig here. So this might be the last thing that I wish I knew before coming into Grambling, and that is the parties here. The party, okay, so I already told y'all in the beginning that Grambling/Ruston is a very small town. Like, we're in the country, so where are the parties? We don't have any venues for the parties. So where are they? They're outside. Y'all, majority of the parties are outside. And my suggestion is that when you go to parties that are outside, you wear clothes that you don't mind getting dirty. Let me show y'all what happened to my clothes at a party. Okay, so this party was during homecoming week, and it was an outside party in Arcadia. Y'all, look at my clothes. They got stained so bad. Y'all, I promise you it's not a doo-doo stain. Like, you could faintly see the red, but during the party, after the party, this whole area was covered in red because I was sitting down outside, and I guess it was raining the day before, and my clothes got dirty. Like, this was the exact outfit that I had on for that party. Even my sleeves are messed up. Like, I have washed this, and they're stained. So I highly suggest that if you ever go to an outside party, wear clothes or buy clothes that you do not care about getting dirty. Like, when you go to parties, especially an outside party, we ain't going to look cute no more. Now, I'm finna wear some clothes that I don't care about, because, you know, you're gonna be dancing, you're gonna be having fun, and you don't want to wake up the next day and your favorite clothes are stained. Like, this is my favorite top. Y'all, this is my favorite top. I got it from Shein. Yes, I did go buy another one. I love it so much. So wear clothes that you don't care about to these parties. Some parties, yes, are inside. Like, you might have a Monroe party or a Shreveport party that's inside. And of course, you can wear, you know, whatever you want to those parties. But outside parties that are going to be in the middle of nowhere, or you could potentially get your stuff stained, Wear whatever you don't care about. So a few more things and then I'm going to end this video. Something that's very important in the calf. Don't drop your plate in the calf. People are going to clap. What's going to happen, but it's going to be everybody in the calf who's going to start clapping because you dropped your plate or you dropped your cup or you dropped your fork, and it's going to be embarrassing. No, it has never happened to me, thankfully. Whew, please. Y'all, I promise you it's very embarrassing. And somebody going to be like, pick that up. Like, y'all, I promise you it's embarrassing. Don't drop your plate in the calf. But I also wanted to talk about the weather. I feel like that's another thing that I didn't know coming into Graham. Well, actually, I live in Texas, and the weather is very bipolar in Texas, but I didn't expect it in Grambling. So when you first get here, you are going to be hot. It's going to be hot, like 90 degrees. Like, bring your short shorts, bring your crop tops, all of that, because you're going to be hot. And then as the year progresses, it's going to get cold. It's going to get cold and it's going to get rainy. In the beginning of the year, it was very, very, very rainy. And it's still towards the end was rainy a little bit. So you also need to make sure that you bring an umbrella. But it is now very, very cold in Grambling. So when you are packing for fall semester, I suggest that you bring both warm clothes and cold clothes. And I suggest that you bring clothes that you can wear when it's cold and clothes that you can wear when it's hot. At least if you know that you won't be able to go back home to get clothes that you can wear when it's cold. Because I did not bring any winter clothes. I only had clothes for when it was hot. So I was out of luck trying to wear whatever little hoodies that I had. So if you know that you cannot get home to go get some clothes that you can wear when it's cold, bring both. And honestly, I might make a video where I talk about what to bring to college. If you guys want that video, comment down below if you want a video where I explain what to pack for Grambling specifically. And, you know, for college in general, but specifically for Grambling. So, yeah. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope this helped you. I think I explained like 7 or 8 things that I wish I knew before coming into Grambling. So thank you all so much for watching.